Good morning. Okay, recording started. Okay, you can go ahead now.
Okay. Good morning, everyone. Thank you, Dr. Rama and President of GCSMR for introducing me. So it is Siddha Wellness Workshop Level 1. This is the second session. It is a workshop level 1. So before going to the main workshop, 2 questions are now very challenge to the modern medical world. How do we manage the challenging chronic diseases to the current medical world? The second one is, how do we prevent the incurable diseases in the modern society? This is the challenging 2 questions. Before going to the wellness program, I would like to introduce the system of medicine. So you all well known about the Siddha system of medicine. It's a ancient medical system of the world. The origin date backs approximately 10,000 BCE to 4,000 BCE. This system is based on the eternal wisdom of Siddhas, the sage scientist who receives this science through introspection and meditation. So why this wellness workshop and now current? According to the WHO, World Health Organization, biggest global health threats is recorded in their website. The major health threats are air pollution and climatic changes, non-communicable diseases like diabetes, hypertension, ischemic heart disease, cancers, Alzheimer's disease, and other non-communicable disease, and challenging autoimmune disorders like psoriasis, rheumatoid arthritis, systemic lupus erythematosus. These are all come under the non-communicable diseases. The next one is the influenza, and the main challenging condition is antimicrobial resistant isolates, Ebola, corona-like high threat pathogens, so weak primary care, dengue. These are all the current global health threats according to WHO. So that in 1900, 10 leading causes are present in this slide. So majorly 60 to 65% of all the deaths was mainly due to infectious diseases like tuberculosis, malaria, influenza, and GAE infections. Now, the reason, according to the recent data from the Center for Disease Control, from the WHO and other health organizations, the major cause of death is mainly due to the non-communicable disease. 70 to 75% of all deaths is mainly due to the non-communicable diseases like ischemic heart disease, cancers, and stroke. Challenges. So some disturbances there.
Yeah, can everyone please mute your sections, please? Sorry for the interruption. Kindly mute all your phones or computers, please. Thank you. Please go ahead.
Thank you so much. So the current challenges: ischemic heart disease, stroke, obesity, type 2 diabetes mellitus, hypertension, cancers. So this is one interesting slide. Preventable cause of cancers in US, 90 to 95% of all cancers are preventable. The major portion is tobacco. The next equal proportion is mainly due to diet. That is, modified or incompatible diet can cause cancers and many other non-communicable diseases. So some other challenges to the modern medical world are listed in this slide. Some common cold resistant antibiotic isolates, bronchial asthma, arthritis, Parkinson's disease, psoriasis, osteoporosis, rheumatoid arthritis. These are all the currently challenges to the modern medical world. this medical conditions are gradually increasing in a percentage, gradually increasing. In the next 10 years, these medical conditions are very challenges to the modern medical society, are going to challenge the modern medical society. So before going to the main workshop, we should understand the health and wellness, definition of health and wellness. What is wellness and health? You all well known about the definition of health. According to the WHO, health is a state of complete physical, mental, and social well-being, and not merely the absence of disease or infirmity. So wellness is more of a lifestyle. So wellness is considered a conscious, self-directed, and evolving process of achieving full potential. So wellness is multi-dimensional and holistic, encompassing lifestyle, mental, spiritual well-being, and the environment. So wellness has the 6 different dimensions: physical dimension, emotional dimension, intellectual dimension, occupational dimension, social, and spiritual dimensions. So physical health, according to the Siddha system of medicine, andathil ullade pindam, pindathil ullade andam. Here, andam is universe, that otherwise called as macrocosm. Pindam is our body, it otherwise called as microcosm. So the fundamental principles of macrocosm, that is universe and our body, is the same. The fundamental primordial elements are same to microcosm as well as the macrocosm. That are 5 fundamental elements or primordial elements are earth, water, air, fire, and space. These 5 fundamental primordial elements is the causative factor for forming our body as well as the universe. For example, our body consists of 7 fundamental biological tissues like blood, muscle, fatty tissue, bone, and bone marrow. These are all the fundamental tissue. That is the structural part of our body. It consists of 5 primordial elements. The next part of our body is functional part, that is life force. Life force has 3 dimensions: air principle, water principle, and heat principle. Vada, Pitta, Kapha. And in Siddha, it is called as Vali, Alal, Ayyam. So these 3 dimensions of life force consists of 5 primordial elements. So our body's fundamental principles are primordial principles are these 5 elements. So the prevention of diseases has 3 components. The first step is detoxification of primordial elements present in our body. The second step is nourishment. The third step is primordial rest to the primordial elements present in our body. So what is detoxification? So detoxification, the current modern biomedical science defined as physiological or medicinal removal of toxic materials. What are all the toxic materials? Metabolic end products, microorganisms, food contaminants, pesticides, insecticides, food additives, alcohol, nicotine, and other additive agents, cleaning materials. These are all the toxic materials. So this physiological or medicinal removal of toxic materials is defined as detoxification, or any other incompatible substances. So fundamental tissues of our body contains 5 primordial elements. Incompatible to the fundamental tissues are toxic to our human system. So the removal of incompatible materials is also come under the detoxification. So physiological or medicinal removal of toxic materials and incompatible substances is called as detoxification. So you all well known about the free radicals. So free radical is any atom or molecule that has a single unpaired electron in an outer shell. So free radical damage is closely associated with the oxidative damage. So the free radical damage may cause the disease. For example, the free radical damage to the intimal layer of the coronary artery, that is the arterial supply to the heart, is called as IHT or ischemic heart disease. These free radicals damage to the joints will produce arthritis, some autoimmune diseases, some it can produce in the intestines, it can cause irritable bowel syndrome. So free radical damage is closely associated with the oxidative damage. The antioxidants, moringa or amla, Indian gooseberries are antioxidants. These are the agents, and these are all the antioxidants reducing agents. These are all the antioxidants like fruits, honey, pure cow's ghee, or buttermilk. It contains many antioxidants. So these antioxidants are reducing agents and limit the oxidative damage to the biological structure and preventing them from free radical damages or oxidative damages and the prevention of non-communicable diseases. So the free radicals coming from the UV rays or irradiations or rays from the electronic screens, mobile phone, television, and computers. So air pollution and other polluting materials, stress may produce the oxidative damage to our system. Poor nutrition, inadequate nutritional materials can cause excessive production of free radicals in our body and damage to our system. The major diseases produced by the free radicals are cancers, aging, premature aging, heart attack, diabetes mellitus, dermatitis, and many other health conditions come under the damage from the free radicals. So the entire Siddha system of medicine consists of 3 key steps. The first one is the Kapu, second one is the Nikam, third one is the Niraipu. Kapu means prevention and protection from any diseases. Nikam means removal of the disease and disability. Niraipu means restoration of people to their full potential of good health after any ailments. In this workshop, we are focusing only prevention and protection through the Siddha way of life, Siddha diet, and some yogic practices. These are all the 3 components of this workshop. So from the next slide onwards, we need to follow the daily routines to prevent the disease. So at this juncture, we need to make a commitment. We must follow the instruction given in the workshop. So the first thing is Nal Olakam, that is a daily chores given by the sage scientist. Many sage scientists are mentioned in the ancient Siddha literature, the daily Siddha ways to get a better health. The first thing is Nal Olakam, daily chores. First one is the waking up. The ideal time for waking is 4:30 to 5 a.m. in the morning. So the major benefits are normalizes the vital life force. So enhance the power of life force is very, very essential. So enhance the activity of the 5 primordial elements present in our body. It improves the functional quality of the fundamental tissues of our body. So many recent researchers state that early morning waking up gives a better mental health, improved concentration and performance. It gives more time to exercise, and yoga helps enjoying the quiet time in the morning. So you all well known about the neurotransmitters, the neurochemicals, serotonin, melatonin, dopamine, epinephrine, norepinephrine, acetylcholine. These are all the neurotransmitters. So regulate the secretion of neurotransmitter is very essential for preventing many diseases. So it gives relaxation, less risk of anxiety and depression. You do simple thing early morning waking up. Start with waking up before sunrise and gradually move to the waking up time 4:30 to 5 a.m. So many of our friends skip the breakfast. The breakfast is the most important meal of a day. So don't skip the breakfast. The breakfast, ideal breakfast time is 6:45 to 7:30 a.m. So do early morning waking up, and breakfast is the very, very important for preventing communicable as well as the non-communicable, prevention of communicable and non-communicable diseases. So early morning waking up improves the quality of sleep. It ultimately produces the disease-free life. So next to the early morning waking up, toothbrushing. So many of our friends using the toothpaste. So you all well known about the toxic materials present in the toothpaste. So many toothpaste loaded with the toxins. The main toxins are sodium lauryl sulfate, triclosan, nicotine, artificial coloring agents, sweeteners, artificial sweeteners, that is carrageenan. These are all producing immediately. It produces some immediate effect, that is acute effect, some late stage effect. In using toothpaste, the late stage effects are more irreversible than the acute effect. So sodium lauryl sulfate can enter through the sublingual oral absorption. It can enter to the main physical system, and it can produce in long term. It affects the hormonal synthesis, and it affects the immune system of our body. So you try to avoid toothpaste from tomorrow onwards. So instead of that toothpaste, you can use herbal tooth powder. The simple herbal tooth powder you can prepare from 3 simple combinations. The first one is the Trifluchurnam, clove powder, sea salt. Trifluchurnam is freely available in the US market. You can buy from the Indian grocery stores, or you can buy from the online marketing. So 100 gram of Trifluchurnam mixed with clove powder, 5 gram clove powder and 5 gram sea salt. So the phytonutrients, the beneficial materials present in this herbal powder can enter through the sublingual absorption, can enter to the system, and it enhances the physiological function of our body. It not only enhances the physiological function, it also improves the mental power, and it can act on the brain. It can act as antioxidants. It can act as a detoxification. So use herbal-based tooth powder. Don't use the toxic toothpaste. So early morning waking up, the second thing is using herbal tooth powder. So tongue cleaning, you all well known about the benefits of the tongue cleaning. So gently scrub the tongue 6 to 7 times with the herbal twig or silver tongue cleaner. It prevents many diseases. So absorption, digestion, assimilation may enhance by using the tongue cleaning. Oil peeling, the placing a teaspoon of virgin organic oil. You can choose organic cold pressed sesame oil into your mouth and then squeezing it around up to 10 minutes and spitting it out. So it produces many health benefits. It removes the toxic materials present in our oral cavity. It increases the absorption. It increases the general health and well-being. So early morning, immediately after the cleaning of the oral cavity, to drink adequate quantity of water in the early morning. You all well known about that. 70% of our human body content is water. 75% of muscle is water. Bone is also contained about 25%. So don't start with the day with the water deficit. Drink adequate quantity of water in the early morning. So next thing is neer aharam, cold rice fermented water. So it contains many essential amino acids and trace elements and nutritive materials in the cold rice fermented water, neer aharam. It produces many health benefits. Recent researchers can publish some materials in the recent medical journals. It removes the toxins in our body from our body. It removes constipation and the dullness. It regulates the blood pressure. So after using this neer aharam for 3 months, body feels less tired and feels fresh throughout the day. It removes the allergic materials or toxic materials from our body. So ultimately it produces allergy induced problems like the skin reactions, skin allergies, and it gives the better mental health. So it helps in the maintaining youthful and radiant look. So use cold rice fermented water. So these are all the preparation method. If you really need to prepare neer aharam, I will share this after this session. So next thing is bowel cleansing method. So use Indian type of bowel cleansing method. Avoid Western type of toilets. So you can use this tool to modify Western toilet to the Indian toilet. So fecal stagnation is the culprit. Fecal stagnation can produce many bad health conditions. So complete evacuation is must for prevention of many diseases. So fecal stagnation can cause some simple intestinal disorders. It can produce the further constipation. It can produce the bloating of abdomen, and it can reduce the digestive fire of our GI tract, and it can produce some allergic conditions to cancers. So very chronic fecal stagnation can cause colon cancer also. This is coming from the recent medical research. So using Indian type of toilets can prevent many diseases. So it is one of the yogic posture, Indian type of squatting position. So simple home remedies for constipations, I'll give some tips. Use edible castor oil, 5 ml with lukewarm water early morning and even in evening. You can use Trifala churnam, 1 teaspoon mixed with the water. Fenugreek, 1 teaspoon, soak it in the water overnight and drink the water the next day and chew the fenugreek. Sprouted green grapes, skin with the seed, ginger juice and palm sugar, green leaves, vegetables, fruits. These are all simple homemade preparations to prevent constipations. So we can use these simple home remedies without any side effect, without habitual formation of any drug dependency and other complications of the modern chemical medicines. So like the oral toothpaste, we avoid the chemical or toxic material based soaps and the shampoo. Use herbal based powder for cleansing the body and head. You use gram flour or green gram powder with the dried lemon skin powder. You can use as an alternative soap. Take oil bath once in a week. These are some important health part of our body. So like toothpaste, toxic soaps contain triclosan, sodium lauryl sulfate, parabens, antibacterial chemicals. So many alternative herbal body cleansing powders are mentioned in the ancient Siddha literature. This is one that is the Pasipairu, that's green gram, nutgrass, Pulankalangu, white turmeric, vetiver, that is a vetiveria, alcinoids, white cuscus grass, carboheresy. This combination is called as nalungu mavu. These are all the ingredients. We can use this alternative soap. So these are all the benefits of oil bath. So you use sesame oil or cold pressed coconut oil for oil bath. So apply the oil from head to toe. So this oil apply all the 9 openings. Use sesame oil, cold pressed sesame oil or cold pressed coconut oil. Instill the oil, each eyes 1 drops, each nose 2 drops. Put 3 drops of oil in the ears and all the private parts and nail beds. Allow it for at least 40 to 45 minutes and take a bath with the hot water and use shikakai or herbal based powder for removing the oil from our body. So many health benefits are mentioned in the ancient Siddha literature as well as by the modern research journals. So oil removes the excessive heat from the body. So it removes the dusty particles and toxin present in our skin. So enhance the hair growth. It smooths the all the system. The nerves in the body improves and the body get rejuvenated. It removes the free radicals from our body. It improves the concentration and the memory power and helps having the healthy and deep sleep. The main thing is the removal of free radicals from our body is the important function of important benefits from the oil bath. So don't use chemical based substances, shampoo, conditioner, body lotions, eyeliner, eyebrow. Try to avoid all chemical based things for prevention of non-communicable disease and also the communicable infectious diseases. So use natural items. So the next part of our health and wellness program is diet and food. So conscious eating is very, very important part. So the food, the ideal time for taking food is mentioned in this slide. Ideal time for breakfast 6:45 a.m. to 7:30 a.m. Lunch around 1 p.m. If you really need dinner, take dinner very minimal quantity 6:30 to 7 p.m. So the next very, very important thing is avoidable food items. You completely avoid white sugar and table salt. Try to reduce the chili, increase the usage of pepper, garlic, and ginger. Try to reduce the tamarind and increase the usage of kokum. There is Garcinia cambogia. So instead of using white sugar, you can use honey, palm sugar, and fruits. It doesn't produce any side effects to the diabetes, hypertension, and heart diseases. So avoid table salt. Use sea salt or rock salt or black salt. This is the first step. Avoid food items. And you can also avoid refined oils. You can avoid multi-purpose flour, that is maida, rava, atta, oats, artificial sweeteners, artificial coloring agents. You should avoid. Take natural fruits, natural homemade sweets, homemade preparations. This is our one herbal combination. This combination is also available in our website. There is a curry leaf, dried ginger, thymol seed or carom seed. In Tamil, it is called as omum. Asafoetida, peringayam, cumin seed, pepper, fennel seed. That is perinjeeragam or sombu. So this combination of this herbal powder can prevent many diseases. It enhances the digestive power. It enhances the immune power. Also, it reduces the toxic effects of some unknown metabolic end products. So in ancient Siddha literature, preventive method, 3 different preventive methods are clearly mentioned. First one is the Kudal Sutti, there is a bowel cleansing. The second one is the the emetic medication. The third one is the Nasyam, nasal applications. So we are focusing now the bowel cleansing method. So the bowel cleansing method can regulate the whole system. We use the simple home preparation, the combination of castor oil, ginger juice, and honey. So it is very effective bowel cleansing method. Not only in the remove the toxins from the bowel, it removes the all toxic materials present in our body. So once in 4 months, you take this type of Kudal Sutti or bowel cleansing preparations. So the dosage is, if you have a kid of 5 to 8 years, you use 1 teaspoon each. That is 1 teaspoon of castor oil, 1 teaspoon of ginger juice, and 1 teaspoon of honey. So you make a ginger juice and allow it in a small vessel. You remove the precipitation. You take a thin juice of ginger. You can mix it with the other 2 ingredients and take it in a early morning. The ideal time for taking this bowel cleansing method is 4:30 to 6:30 a.m. in the early morning. On the whole day, you don't take any solid food items up to afternoon. You take rice porridge or buttermilk or honey. After 2 p.m., you can take buttermilk with rice porridge or soup with rice porridge or some fruits. So once in 4 months, you take this bowel cleansing method. So 9 to 12 years, each 2 teaspoons. You need 3 teaspoons for 13 years to 17 years. You need 4 teaspoons in between 18 years to 65 years. So above 65 years depends based on the health conditions. You adjust the dosage 2 teaspoons to 4 teaspoons. This is very, very important thing to remove toxins, prevent many diseases. So oil bath and bowel cleansing methods are very important thing for improving general health. So next part is conscious eating. So you eat without distractions, no cell phones, no TV, no work while eating, no computer, no newspaper, no smartphone. So don't eat while driving or working at your desk. Many are now working from home culture now in the current pandemic situations. So don't use the desktop table as a dining table. So don't eat while driving and working at your desk and computer table. So these are the very important thing. So this is the very, very important part of conscious eating. Eat with 5 sense organ. This is the key factor for conscious eating. Eat in a sitting position, eat very slowly and enjoy every bite. Eat with 5 sense organs. For example, if you eat a green gram sweet ball, put the green gram sweet ball in your mouth and close your eyes. Do not bite immediately. So notice the texture and the temperature and the taste of a sweet ball firstly, and then begin chewing slowly. Notice it feels like, what it feels like. So notice how your jaw moves each time you chew. Swallow slowly and sense the movement of the muscle in your throat and tongue. Take a deep breath and open your eyes. So 5 sense organs are observing or eating this green gram sweet ball. So you may find it help to do similar exercise with every first bite of each meal. So this is the very important thing of conscious eating. So the difference between the mindless eating and mindful eating. So you listen to your body and stopping when full. Eating when body, natural science tells us to eat, that is the low energy and hunger. Eat with others, always eating with others, sharing the food, and eating at a specific time and place, eating food nutritionally healthy and native food. So use the raw materials, grow in your area. So in 50 kilometers surroundings, a native food is ideal to your body. It is compatible to your fundamental tissues and compatible to the bioenergetic principles of present in our body. So concentrating food only while eating. These are all the fundamental rules of mindful eating. So at this juncture, I would like to share one simple functional food or medicinal food mentioned in the ancient Siddha literature. It's called in Tamil as a Oma Kali, carom seed electuary. So you need carom seed 100 gram, palm jaggery 400 gram, ghee or sesame oil 100 gram. So first soak the carom seed in a pure water for at least 3 hours and grind it well. The next step is to dissolve the palm jaggery, 400 gram palm jaggery in water, filter it and heat over the low heat until the solution is viscous. Manapaku padam solvaanga. Paku padam. So at this stage, you add first the carom seed, the ground carom seed, and then ghee or sesame oil. Mix the combinations. This is very good medicinal or functional food mentioned in the ancient Siddha literature. It prevents the gaseous abdomen. It prevents the constipation. It is effective in gastrointestinal conditions. It enhances the digestive power of GI tract. It removes the toxins from our body. It helps the functions of liver and kidney. It also very helpful for female. That is, it strengthens the uterus muscles. It regulates the periods. It prevents the polycystic ovarian disease or syndrome. So it is useful functional food. Please prepare and share it in next week. In others in the next week. Okay. So this one is the functional food of today. So the next thing is, next part of our wellness program is simple exercises. So you can first remove the background now.
So while doctor is getting ready, I just want to let you guys know, you can, if you're comfortable, you can start the video and follow the doctor. He's going to help you guys to do it properly if you're comfortable. Probably be announcing it only now, but next week you can be ready. So he'll give you instructions and wait for a few seconds so that you can follow doctor with all the exercises slowly. Thank you. Doctor, I think it's okay for you to start now.
Okay. I think, okay. So all are ready. You can start the relaxation exercise. Do it every day. So at this juncture also, I would like to remind you, we need to follow the routine from next tomorrow onwards. Okay. The relaxation exercise is nothing, relaxing the 9 joints of our major joints of our body: the neck, shoulder, elbow, wrist, fingers, hip, and the knee joint, ankle joint, and toes. So the neck, there are 3 relaxation methods. The first thing, forward and lateral bending and the neck rotations. So you can start with the forward and backward. Simply, the chin is touching your upper chest wall. Slowly, and backward movement. Slowly, forward and backward. Three times. Then lateral movements. Right lateral, left lateral. As much as possible. The next step is neck rotation. You first see me and then you practice. First, this position. Chin is touching your upper chest wall and rotate clockwise. Like this. And stop this position and counterclockwise. Do it once now. This is neck rotation. Slowly you do it. The next thing is shoulder joint. You place your left palm over the right shoulder and rotate backward to forward. Slowly. 3 times and forward to backward 3 times. Then opposite joint, you place the right palm to over the left shoulder joints, backward to forward rotation. And
okay.
forward, backward rotation.
அது நிறைய நேரம் நம்ம சாப்பிடுவோம்.
வணக்கம் டாக்டர் அருள், நீங்க மியூட் பண்ணிக்கிறீங்களா ப்ளீஸ்? Can you mute your phone please? Thanks.
So we finished neck and shoulder and then elbow. This is a simple abduction and adduction. Place your right palm below the left elbow like this and gently abduction, adduction. And then right elbow, abduction, adduction. Slowly do it. Then wrist rotation, clockwise, and counterclockwise. And the fingers flexion and extension. Just a simple flexion and extensions. First fold that thumb and then all the 4 fingers. So we finished the 5 joints: neck, shoulder, elbow, wrist, and the fingers. Next is the hip joint. Simple hip rotation. Just place the hip like this gentle rotation. Hip rotation. Then opposite side rotation. You can do 3 to 10 times for each joints. Then the knee joint. Place the palms over the knee joints. Rotation. Opposite right rotations. Then ankle joint. Forward and backward. Like pedaling. And then rotation. Clockwise, counterclockwise. Like the left ankle joint. Pedaling movement. Clockwise, counterclockwise. Toes flexion and extension, like the upper arm, you do the flexion and extension in the toes. So all the 9 joint relaxations, you need only 5 to 7 minutes. You do it regularly, daily. Do you have any doubts in relaxation at this point? We can clear it and go to the next benefits of relaxation exercise. We can go to next slide.
Could you raise your hands or speak up, unmute and speak up if you have any questions, or we'll move on. And then doctor will be able to answer a lot of your questions later too. If we have no questions, let's move forward, doctor. Let's move forward.
Okay. Okay. So what are all the benefits of doing this relaxation exercise? So reduce the possibilities of injuries in our body, less pain in the joints, better posture and balance while standing and sitting, a positive state of mind. So you all well known about the stillness of body can lead to the stillness of mind. So positive state of mind can produce while doing this simple relaxation exercise. So greater strength, not only to the joints, to the whole system. It improves the physical and mental performance. So these are all the benefits of simple relaxation exercise. So you do it regularly. You spend only 5 to 7 minutes per day. You do it in the empty stomach. Before 20 minutes prior to the food, or 2 or 2.5 hours after food also you can do it. The ideal time is early morning, 4:30 to 6:30 is the ideal time to do the relaxation exercise and the pranayama and the other yogi practices. So the simple relaxation exercise can be very energetic to the whole day. So the next step is fundamental breathing technique. So abdominal breathing of diaphragmatic breathing or conscious breathing. So we move to the conscious eating to the conscious breathing. So many of our friends are and our people get into the habit of breathing only with their chest. So restricted clothing, poor posture, stress conditions, the weakness of the muscles involved in the breathing all contribute to the chest breathing. So it doesn't go beyond the chest wall, below the chest wall. So the belly breathing or diaphragmatic breathing or conscious breathing contains some few steps. The first step is sit in the sit in the comfortable position. Put one hand over your belly or belly button, one hand on your chest. So your right palm over the abdominal wall. Put your left hand over the chest wall. Take a deep breath through your nose, both nose, and the air enters through the nose and travels through the lungs. It pushes down, the diaphragm may pushes down, and the abdominal pressure may increase. The abdominal wall comes out. So this is the inhalation procedure. During the exhalation, breathe out through the squeezed lips, like you are whistling. So do it. I first do it, and you can practice it now. So left palm over the chest wall, right palm over the abdominal wall. Take a deep breath through the both nostrils. The abdominal wall, belly wall, pushes our hand and come out, while breathe out through squeezed lips. Start with the 3 times and gradually increase 10 to 20 times per day, per time. So practice right now. And if you have any doubt, please ask me. This is the abdominal breathing or diaphragmatic breathing. Sit in a comfortable position. Put one hand over the belly, one hand over the chest wall. Take a deep breath through both nostrils. Breathe out through the squeezed lips. Do it 3 times. So if you have any doubt, please raise your hand. Shall we move to the next slide?
Let's move on, doctor.
Okay. So many benefits are mentioned in the for the pranayama, mentioned in the ancient Siddha literature as well as in the modern clinical research articles. So it enhances the immune system. It strengthens the fundamental tissues of our body. It reduces the stress level. It reduces the anxiety and depression. It enhances the blood circulation. It can very useful adjunct therapy for bronchial asthma, headache, migraine, some neurological conditions like one-sided headache, that is migraine, depression and anxiety, some gastric problems. It can adjunct to the mainstream medical system. medical medicines. If you use any medicines, it can be Siddha, Ayurveda, or modern medicines. Use this breathing technique for reducing the health cost, and it reduces the medicine dosage also. So it is very useful for many health conditions, not only for prevention, it is also useful for the treating many diseases. So next next part of our wellness programs are yoga mudras. So the fundamental principles of yoga mudra is the fundamental from the Siddha system. So the 5 fingers represent the 5 primordial elements, that is fire, air, space, earth, and water. These are all the 5 fundamental themes. So Mudirai or divine gestures establishes a link between the life energy and the universal energy. So life energy consists of 3 dimensions: Vada, Pitta, Kapha, or Vali, Alalayam, or air principle, water principle, and the heat principles. So that is locomotor system, otherwise called as moving energy, static energy, and thermal energy. It connects with the universal energy. So while doing this yoga mudra, we are trying to connect the life force to the universal energy. This is very, very useful. The first yoga mudra is Jnana mudra or Chin mudra. Touch the tip of the index finger with the tip of the thumb. This is the Chin mudra or Jnana mudra. The other 3 fingers, you may keep it straight or keep it free. You can use it like straight position or free positions, relaxed positions. So you do it both the hands and place it over the thighs. So close your eyes and take a deep breath or abdominal breathing for a minute now. So the timing is minimum 5 minutes, maximum 20 minutes. Jnana mudra. 3 things are important. First thing is the method of doing mudra. The second is timing. The third thing is health benefits. So the health benefits, it increases the concentration, memory power, sharpens your brain power, cures insomnia, heals all mental or psychological disorders like anger, stress, anxiety, and depression. So do it every day. You choose one mudra at a time. Spend just 5 minutes per day. The ideal time is prior to the food or after 2 hours of taking food. You do it 5 minutes without any distraction, without any external things. You do it like this. This is called Jnana mudra. The second thing is Uyir mudra or Prana mudra. Bend your ring finger and little finger and touch the tip of the 2 fingers touch the tip of the thumb. The other 2 fingers remains straight or relaxed state. This is the Prana mudra or Uyir mudra. After doing this gesture, you place it over the thighs. The same method. Close your eyes. Take a deep breath or abdominal breathing for a minute. This is also, you need to spend 5 to 15 or 20 minutes per day for getting benefit of this particular Veer Mudra. Veer Mudra means life force mudra. It enhances or improves the quality of immune system. It increases the eye power and it reduces the fatigue and the tiredness. You can do it in your office, in your workplace, or at your home. So you spend 5 minutes per day, you can gradually increase your vital life force. The life force energy gradually increase within a week. It reduces the tiredness. It reduces the easy fatigability. It increases the vital force. The prana means life force. It enhances the dimension, all the dimensions of our life force. It is called Veer Mudra. The next one is the Buddhi Mudra. This is also the simple procedure. This mudra is performed by touching our thumb into the little finger while holding other 3 fingers straight. This is also both hands. You can do it like this, the straight to the upper, it facing upper part, or do it like previous mudras over the thighs, like this, or you can place it over the thighs. Close your eyes. For a minute. Do the abdominal breathing. The benefits are, it reduces the anxiety and the depression. It gives the mental clarity and the creative thinking. It improves the higher intellectual functions of our brain. This is called the Buddhi Mudra. You select any one of mudra at this stage from tomorrow or today onwards to practice daily. You can see the difference within a week. You can select any one mudra. I prefer the Jnana Mudra. Or you can choose any one of these 3 mudras. So almost we come to the end of my part. So before going to the finish, these are all the checklist. Please follow the daily chores. Daily chores, early morning waking up, use the herbal powder for oral cleansing and body cleansing. Oil bath at least once a week. Detoxification medicines. There is a combination of castor oil, ginger juice, and honey once in 4 months. So conscious eating. You practice conscious eating from today onwards. So do relaxation exercise. This is also do it today onwards, today evening. If you have a time today evening, please do practice the relaxation exercise from today onwards. And the conscious breathing, there is abdominal breathing. And the select one mudra today and the practice daily. So this 7 part is the checklist for today. So you do it from today onwards. So at this juncture, I finish my presentation, my level. Now it is open for the discussion, question part. And if you have any questions, please ask me.
Thank you, Doctor. So now the session is open for questions. You can either post it in the chat box or please ask your questions to the doctor. Thank you.
This is Saras. Can I ask a question?
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Please.
Excellent presentation, Doctor. I think it is not easy to put into practice, but it takes a lot of time and also a good network, a support system, like you said. First question is whether this recording will be made available. Just this is for us, those who participated in the not for public. But so that's a first question. The second one is again, you said that what needs to do in the morning for toothbrush, instead of paste, replace that, and then oil bath. And so if we can have those who participated in the workshop, if we can have like a meeting once a week or once in 2 weeks, a brief call, about 30 minutes as a follow-up, whether we are practicing it or who is practicing what. So that kind of a support system would help a lot. We are doing the yoga since you came here, which is actually today evening, we will be doing, some of us at least. So these two questions. Thank you.
Okay. So a very nice suggestion by you, sir. So we are planning to have a questionnaire end of the session. So the checklist. The organizers may give suggestions for the follow-up sessions. Rama or the president of the GCSMR, Sivasalam, sir. Recording is also available for at least 2 weeks from today, I think.
Yeah, this is Sivasalam. Sorry to interrupt. We are recording the sessions, and we will make it available to all the registrants, because I know some people registered did not attend the sessions. We will make it available. One other thing I'm going to say is, if by chance next week, because again Sunday we have the second part of it. If by any chance you cannot do the Sunday session, you are free to use the Saturday session. Contact us and we'll send you the link. Saturday is 5 p.m. Pacific time or 8 p.m. Eastern time. So it's in the evening instead of in the morning. That's if you cannot do the Sunday. And the recording will be made available. Yeah, we can definitely have like a 5-minute with Dr. Selva's participation. It won't be after maybe like a month after we finish this. We are not month, maybe 2 weeks after next week. We will have a quick Zoom meeting where people can share their experiences and answer any questions.
Hi, Dr. Selva. This is Selvam. Thank you for your presentation. I really appreciate it. I have one question, a couple of questions. One is, when we do the abdominal breathing, after inhalation, do we have to hold the breath for a certain period of time, like maybe 30 seconds or something? Is there any recommendation from you? Or is it just inhale and exhale through abdomen?
At the initial time, you don't hold the breath inside. No, not more than 2 to 3 seconds. So initially you inhale and hold 1 or 2 seconds, and immediately after inhalation, you exhale.
Okay. And then this follow-up question is regarding the mudras. I know you suggested that we do one mudra, choose one out of whatever number of mudras that you presented, and then practice that, right? Is there any particular reason for it, or can we try one mudra for 1 week and then another mudra? Is just curious about it as to why.
The reason for selecting one mudra is the time part of this. If you have plenty of time, you can have the 45 to 90 minutes per day.
Yeah. You
can choose 2 or 3 mudras at a time.
Okay, I see. But can we choose one? Let's say that if we are time limited, we do one mudra for a month, right? And then the following month, can we choose another mudra? Is that?
Yeah.
Okay.
It is very, very useful. One mudra for at least 1 month. Yes.
Okay. Okay. Thank you.
Minimum 3 weeks, one mudra is
Recommended.
have a better benefit.
Okay.
At least 3 weeks.
Thank you.
Okay.
Senthil, please go ahead with your question.
Okay, thank you. So again, thanks, sir, for the presentation. It's a nice presentation, and you not only medicine but also the whole body you have given. Thanks for that. So I have 2 questions. One is about the breathing. Can we do it in the morning and evening, or like is it what time of the day is preferred? And the second question is, yeah,
okay,
go ahead.
You finish. Okay.
Yeah, second question about that Varmam Surnam you told, right? Do we need to, when we have to take that? That's the second question.
Okay.
Yeah.
So the first question, you can do the abdominal breathing 3 or 4 times a day. If you have a time, 3 or 4 times a day, you can do it, the abdominal breathing. The ideal time is first early morning, 4:30 to 6:30, and before breakfast, or you can do it before lunch and before going to the bed. 3 times at least you can do it per day. If you don't have enough time, at least once a day, it is very, you can compulsorily practice per day. If you have time, you do it 3 or 4 times a day. Each time you do it 3 to 10 inhalation, 10 cycle of abdominal breathing you can do at a time. The second question is the carom seed actually, that is Oma Kali. You take twice a day, 1 teaspoon. For adult, 1 to 2 teaspoon. That is 5 to 10 gram twice a day, before breakfast and before dinner, or after 2 hours after breakfast, 2 hours after dinner. You can take either time.
Okay, sir. Thank you.
Okay.
Thank you, Doctor. Next, Daisy can ask your question, please.
Thanks, Sama. Hi, Doctor. This is a wonderful session. Thank you so much for this. You are talking about the detoxination about the body, but I'm just wondering about something else. It's daily consumption of coffee and tea. How bad or how many times the coffee and tea is okay to have it? Because it's a part of our life. So I'm just wondering about it. Thanks, Doctor.
Okay. My answer is you avoid coffee and tea. The wellness part, we can, the first thing is avoidable food items. That is very, very important. You should avoid coffee and tea, also milk. You take plenty of buttermilk, or you take ghee, and instead of drinking milk or coffee and tea. So you can also, many herbal alternatives is there. So ginger, garlic tea, or ginger, cumin seed and coriander seed tea, or cardamom, yellow and ginger, inji combination tea. You can drink any one. You can select any one of the alternate to the coffee and tea. So coffee and tea, has you all well known about the caffeine, the present in the tea and the coffee. So the combination of caffeine with the other ingredients present in this coffee is toxic to our entire system. So detoxification, our wellness program is mainly designed to detox the whole system. So detoxification, the first step of the wellness is detox the entire system. So the fundamental primordial elements present in our body is earth, water, air, fire, and space. So the detoxification of fundamental tissues is avoidance of the incompatible food. This is going to challenge for many of the friends present in this session, but it is the ultimate goal of our aim of our wellness program. Thank you.
Thank you, Doctor.
Doctor, there's a question on the chat. Is there an alternative for castor oil?
For detoxification?
Yes.
Yes. If you don't have a pure edible castor oil, you can use, there is one Nilavahi Churanam. Nilavahi Churanam is available in Indian market. I don't think it is available in the US market. So 3 teaspoons of that Nilavahi Churanam. So the safe thing is the castor oil. So why the question is asking for it? I would like to know the why alternator. He or she need alternate to the castor oil because of the taste or not available pure thing.
I know it is available. Actually, I live in Maryland, and I know it is available in the regular grocery store. They do sell castor oil, so I don't know why the question. Let me see who it came from. See if I can ask them.
So the castor oil is the strengthening our entire system. It not only act as the detoxification, it also absorb through the GI tract. So you all well known about our GI tract. That is, the intestine is the second brain. So enhancing the activity of enhancing the functions of microbiome present in our GI tract through the castor oil is well documented by the modern scientists. So castor oil is a very best method. This combination of castor oil, ginger juice, and honey is the very good combination for detoxification and enhance the entire biological system.
Anand Palnisamy has a question. Please go ahead, Anand.
Thanks, Doctor. Another wonderful presentation. I have a few questions. So about doing yoga and exercise, right? Do we need to do it after taking bath, or after doing it, do we need to take a bath? I'm always confused with this.
So no need to take a bath before doing this yogic practices. So mental alertness is essential. No need to take a bath before doing this pranayama or exercises. So do face wash, brushing, and oral cleansing, and take a cold rice fermented water, 200 ml, or honey with water. You take a drink and take a abdominal breathing or relaxation exercise. You do this. It is not essential take a bath before doing the relaxation exercise and the yogic practices.
Okay. And what kind of rice we can use for niragaram?
Any organic rice. It is really available in the US market. There is an organic hand pounded boiled or rices are available. Organic rice or millets. You can use millets also. Samai sadam or baraku sadam or Kuduraiwali sadam, you can use that millets. You can prepare niraharam instead of rice. You can also use that millets also.
Oh, okay. So can we use the red rice, the Kerala rice?
Kerala metta rice, red rice, or any organic rices you can use.
Okay. And is it good to have at least a fasting once per week, or?
So fasting is very good, but before going to take the fasting, you consult your family physician or your general physician.
Oh, okay. And doctor, one more suggestion: if you can publish 1 week list of food items, what to eat, based on the timing, it will be helpful.
So a simple thing is your breakfast should be rich in rice or grains. Your lunch should be rich in greens and vegetables. Your dinner before sunset, it is fruits and nuts. You plan it based on this. You change the grains, you change the greens and vegetables, you change the fruits and nuts, you distribute it.
Okay, thank you.
Anand, this is Rama. I think we'll compile certain lists and we'll put it in a website and share it with you all. Thanks.
Okay, thank you.
Next, Mani Periyakarpan has a question. So please go ahead.
Yeah, thank you. Thank you for the nice session. I had a question on the toothpaste, but let me just give a brief background on why I joined this. You know, like many of you, I'm more than convinced the way of allopathy treatment is just just to sustain, not to cure the disease or the symptoms, right? I have two personal experiences. One is, they always say like, I can drink a lot of water, and then I do drink a lot of water, but then I did end up dehydrating and then passing out and breaking my arm. That is number one. And number two is, you still follow all the whatever the dentist suggests, then the toothpaste they suggest, the toothbrush, the electric toothbrush they suggest, and they still say like, come and visit us 4 months to clean. And even then last year, because of the pandemic, I couldn't go. And now they're saying, since you didn't come for the full year, now go to the periodontist and get a deep cleaning. So as I'm more than convinced, like a lot of people, that the whole allopathic treatment is just, just to maintain and sustain the pain so they can keep their jobs and things like that. But anyway, going back to the toothpaste, when growing up in India, you know the value of neem and the clove and all that. So my generic question is, maybe it's more towards Siva, is there a plan or is there a way to get all of these items? This is the day of instant satisfaction, ordering in online like Amazon. So the toothpaste and things like that, is there a plan to get these readily available for US folks so that we could easily obtain and continue the Siddha practice at home?
Thanks, Mani. We are actually, Tamarai has been talking to like somebody who has a license to import. We cannot import medical or medicinal Siddha, like something like, I cannot think of a name of a medicine, but Siddha medicine, but like herbal supplements, yes. Toothpaste, the tooth powder, the herbal care tooth powder, yes, I think we should be able to import it. We are working on it. But in the meantime, if you have, like doctor said, Tribala Churanam, you have to add a little bit. You can actually, even if you don't have salt or cloves, I have used just pure Tribala Churanam as itself as once it became old, or after 6 months, I've used it. And Tribala Churanam is available actually on Amazon, and also some Himalayan, I think it's called Himalayan products or something like that. They also sell it. So you can buy the Tribala Churanam and then use it as a tooth powder if you cannot, but we are working on it. When it is available, we'll certainly let everybody know. So the basic things like Amkra Churanam, Tribala Churanam, Nellika Legium, those are products which I think we should be able to get because these are herbal supplements. They are not medicines per se. So once we get that, we will definitely let everybody know. It won't be directly us selling it, but we are working with somebody who has a license and who can import it. And they have the logistics to sell those things, so online kind of things.
Okay, thank you.
There's a chat question from Daisy. Would Niragaram cool down the body, what alternative is available for cold days?
So you can add ginger cut pieces or pepper powder, add to nirakaram. You can use it in a cold seasons also. Put a quarter teaspoon of pepper powder to 1 tumbler of water. That is 200 ml of nirakaram. You need quarter teaspoon of pepper powder, and then you drink in the early morning. Usually, nirakaram doesn't produce any cold toxic effects to the system.
Yeah, I think it's a misconception that it cools off your body in the sense that like Vendayam really cools off your body, but I don't think the Niragaram does. I think it's a misconception.
In Tamil, there is Aatru Neer Vadam Pookum, Aruvi Neer Pittam Pookum, Sotru Neer Moondrayam Pookum. There is it regulates all the three fundamental concepts of the life force. That is that it regulates Vada principle, that is the air principle, heat principle, as well as the cold principle. If you have the excessive heat or excessive cold in our body, it also regulates by the Nirakara, cold rice fermented water.
There was a question about setting up a WhatsApp group just for the, I guess, participants from the Saturday and Sunday session, because there are quite a few WhatsApp groups for the GCSMR, but we will certainly talk to and then try to create that. The second question is, in cold climate, can we take oil bath in the evening?
Usually not in the evening. Take oil bath in a summer season also. You can take oil bath in the morning itself. So if you use sesame oil, that is, you can mix 1 teaspoon of pepper powder and 1 teaspoon of cumin seed, and heat it in the low flame. You can use it as the medicated sesame oil. This is ideal for cold season. That is, in cold season, you use pepper and cumin seed. In summer season, you use onion, shallots, small onion, and cumin seed for preparing this medicated oil.
And then there was a question about oil pulling using gingerly oil. Yes, using cold pressed oil is the best thing to do.
Yes, yes.
And then what kind of foods to take during oil bath days and what kind of foods to avoid?
So no specific avoidable food items. We can share the avoidable food items after this session. Consult with the organizers and we share it in the WhatsApp group. So generally you avoid the that items. You can avoid white sugar, table salt, tamarind. These are the avoidable food items. In general, in the oil bath day, you take a easily digestible food like black gram porridge or ginger soup, that is ginger rasam, like the preparations. Boiled greens, boiled vegetables, these are all ideal on that particular day.
So in general, what you're suggesting is we should be, I mean, go light on food, basically, light
yes,
and
digestible. Kali or kanji based food in the morning. So take oil bath as early as possible before 8 o'clock, and take a breakfast with vendaya kali or ulundu kali. Is the ideal for ideal breakfast for that particular day.
Just to add on, we have recipes for vendaya kali and ulundu kali in our website. If you go there, there's a lot of simple recipes. And also when you are talking about no tea or coffee, there's chukumali kapi. You can drink that instead, and the recipes available on the website. Thanks.
Another question is
about... okay, you do it.
Yeah, sorry, I cut somebody off. Please go ahead.
No, I'm Selva speaking. One simple information. There is, we are doing Unave Amirdam program with the News 7 channel. You can search it in a website, YouTube. There is more than 400 recipes are available in the YouTube. You just search it in the Unave Amirdam News 7 channel. So many alternates to tea, many good breakfast, good lunch, without using the toxic materials. We are preparing more than 400 recipes, and it is available in now in YouTube.
Clarification, this is Indian Channel 7, correct?
Yes, yes.
The question is, how about non-vegetarian food good to take or vegetable food is preferable?
So according to the ancient Siddha literature, there is vegetarian diet is advisable by the ancient. That's before 2000 years back. It is advised by the sage scientist by the vegetarian food. If you take a non-vegetarian diet with some restrictions, you can take. So at a time, only one non-veg diet you can take. If you eat fish, stick with the fish only. Take a mutton biryani with the fish fry and some combinations. Try to avoid that type of 2 or 3 different materials. You don't mix with different things. You stick with the one particular non-veg food items. So during the eating non-vegetarian diet, some diet restrictions you should follow. So without mixing that that is uncooked food like sambal, that is a salad, vegetable salad or onion salad, don't mix with the non-vegetarian biryani like this. Some food restrictions is there while taking non-vegetarian diet.
Okay.
Are there more questions for Doctor?
Any advice for the next week's session, Doctor?
Yes. So the kind request, all are come with the free dress, that is the yoga dress and with the yoga mat. So the next session, the highlight of this 2 weeks session, the highlight program is Onkara Pranayama. This is the final ultimate benefit of Onkara Pranayama. You all well known about the Onkara Pranayama. So you do practice in this 1 week with the abdominal breathing, you will get the better benefit of Onkara Pranayama immediately. So the next week, you come with the yoga dress and the yoga mat. You practice with the simple yogic practices and some Onkara Pranayama. So next week, mostly the scientific background of the pranayama and yogic practices and some simple homemade preparations and some other things. Any suggestions, anything you need, you can please request. Not now. If you can time, please share it in the WhatsApp group or contact the organizers, GCSMR, for any specific issues. You can suggest.
Yeah, you can email us gcsmr20@gmail.com, and we'll work with Dr. Selva Shanmugam to incorporate that, or at least address that at the next week's session. And at this time, if there are no more questions, I also want to thank Ramamani Jayapalan and all the other Dr. Selva Shanmugam for his time. I mean, he has been putting so much time and effort in making this program very successful. There's going to be follow-up session 2. Like, I mean, after 1, we will give some time and we will find out how people are practicing, and maybe we will schedule what is called a more advanced wellness session. And with that, thank you, everybody. And we'll see you next Sunday morning again. Thank you.
Thank you so much, all the participants, and thank you. We will see you in the next week session.
Thank you.